Chapter 1, verse 19 is the outline to the book of Revelation. We covered that last week, but we need to cover it again this week simply because we're following the outline John gave us. John was told to write the things which he had seen. That's the vision of Christ in chapter 1, and he writes that down. The things which are, and that's chapters 2 and 3, the things of the church, the 7 local churches in Asia Minor, the church age, and the things which will take place after these things. And that's the same language we get in chapter 4, verse 1. After these things, or after this, in Greek, metatauta, he was caught up into heaven in the Spirit, and he saw things from a heavenly perspective. That's the outline of the book of Revelation. Now, one thing I did not tell you last week that I want to tell you tonight is not everybody shares the same view of the book of Revelation. There are at least 4 different eschatological viewpoints or ways to interpret the book of Revelation, and I want to briefly tell you what they are. There's number 1, the preterist view. The preterist view is from a Latin word, praeter, which means past, and this view sees the book of Revelation as already completely fulfilled in about the first 3 centuries of the Roman Empire. It's done with. It's over with. Now, that viewpoint ignores the book's claim a couple of times that it is prophecy. Prophecy. It is for things yet future. Also, there's certain things that, if you take that viewpoint, don't fit, like the second coming of Jesus Christ in chapter 19 and him setting up his kingdom. That didn't happen in the first few centuries of the Roman Empire, so you have a real problem holding the preterist view, as I see it. Second viewpoint is the historical view. The historical view sees the book of Revelation as a panorama of church history from apostolic times up into the present times. And those who hold this view claim that they can see within the book of Revelation the rise and fall of the Roman Empire, the rise of the Catholic Church, the rise of Islam, the French Revolution, on and on and on. There are several different weird viewpoints in that historical camp, all which are conflicting with each other. There's a third viewpoint, the allegorical viewpoint. This sees the book of Revelation as not historical, not literal, it's allegorical. That is, it's simply a picture of the timeless, constant struggle between good and evil. That also ignores that it's a prophecy and the graphic prediction that it is a prophetic book. It ignores that. And the fourth and final viewpoint is the viewpoint that I hold, that is the futurist viewpoint. The futurist viewpoint. Now, we tip our hat to the historical, and we say that part of the book has been fulfilled, like the 7 letters to the 7 churches, but beginning in chapter 6 through chapter 22, all of that is yet future. That has not been fulfilled. It will be fulfilled in the future, and the future events that it speaks about are the second coming of Christ, the millennial kingdom of Christ, the great white throne judgment, and the eternal state. All of those are yet future. That fourth viewpoint, the futurist viewpoint, seems to line up best with scriptures like Matthew chapter 24, the words of Jesus about the last days. And it is the only viewpoint that maintains the consistency of interpretation, which is the grammatical, historical interpretation of the Bible.